Watch everybody, welcome back to the Zeusdaz Untitled Retro Game channel, and I go by the name of Zeus. And also welcome to a new addition to my channel, which I've entitled Shitty Game Time. I had the idea of this when I did a Let's Play a few weeks ago. You might have seen it. It was a Jet Set Willy game, a Jet Set Willy clone for the Atari 8-bit. It was so bad that a light bulb went off in my head, and I thought it'd be a pretty good idea actually to do a shitty game category. Not for basic games. We're not talking about written basic like the Spectrum games back in 1982. We're talking about really naff, usually naff arcade conversions. And what better way to start that off than a Tiertex conversion, eh? Can't get more worse than that. And the idea of this, it's not like one of my Let's Plays. They can take 10, 20, sometimes they've even gone on to 30 minutes. This is a shit game video. And as it's a shit game, I don't like to really play it long. So it's going to last about 5, 6 or even 7 minutes long at the most. And at the end I will rank it on my shitometer. Now 0 being pretty shit and 100 being super shit. And I will give the result of that particular game, i.e. this one will be Street Fighter 1 on the Amiga. At the end of the video I will let you know how many shits I will give it. Now this was my favourite game in the arcade. I know a lot of you out there don't like it, and a lot of you do like it, but all I can say is, as far as I'm concerned, you needed to be there at the time when it came out, and I was in the arcade when they wheeled in the standard 6-button per joystick version of Street Fighter 1, and I was absolutely blown away with it. Massive characters. Up until then we had the likes of Yeah Kung Fu, Double Dragon, a couple of others I can't quite think of, but they were quite good games but small characters. And then Street Fighter 1 come along, and these were massive characters that really moved fast, especially Birdie and Sagat. They were absolutely massive fighters. I hadn't seen anything like it, and it scared the shit out of me when I first saw the machine because it had 6 buttons for each side, for each joystick, and I thought I'm never going to learn this. Anyway, I did. I mastered it pretty well, to the point I used to get kids to dictate how I played it, tell me what special move to do, and I'll do it there and there. So to me, I thought this was a brilliant game, and I loved it much more than Street Fighter 2. I challenge you to, if you could see Street Fighter 1 arcade version compared to Street Fighter 2, and just select a player the first round, you'll see you'll die a lot more quicker on Street Fighter 1. It's a lot more intense fighting, whereas Street Fighter 2 is much more slower, and you can get away with you can walk away from it literally for a few seconds, and you're still going to, your character's not going to be dead. Whereas Street Fighter 1, you get knocked out within a couple of headbutts from Birdie, and that's it. It's over in a split second. But you had to be there at the time to really enjoy this game. I believe that people that really slag it are the ones that either were there at the time but didn't know how to play it, or most importantly were too young at the time for it to be around, and they're just judging it with modern standards, which is a damn shame. Anyway, this is going to be the first episode of a new series. As I said, it's going to be entitled Shitty Game Time. Aimed to be about 5, 6, 7 minutes. Obviously this is the very first one, so it's probably going to be a few minutes more, so I can explain to you why I decided to do this. And Tiertex, what can I say about those fucking idiots? What can I say? I can't say anything. All I can say is back in the day, you had an arcade conversion coming out. The last thing you wanted to see was the Tiertex badge. If that was on it, you know your heart would sink, and you kind of thought, oh god, oh dear, what we can expect is the worst. And it is. This game here, Street Fighter 1, has been literally murdered by Tiertex. And I'm going to go straight into it, and there's probably going to be some language, not exactly, well, I wouldn't say polite, there's bound to be some colourful language in it, but there you go. It's going to be my true feelings, and it does hold more of a sour grudge for me because this is my favourite arcade game. And I, as a kid, remember seeing on the magazines pictures of the Atari ST screenshots, but at that time I had a Spectrum 128. So I saw the screenshot and I thought, that looks exactly like the arcade. Oh my god! So I persuaded my dad to fork up a little bit more money, and so I could sell my other, no, I had a 48K, that's right, I sold that to get an Atari ST, put a bit more money towards it. And when I got the game and loaded it in, and it was literally like this, just literally, this is the Amiga, it's literally an SD port. And I was absolutely gobsmacked. I was shocked. I thought this can't be the version. Anyway, the bastards put arcade screenshots on these on the magazine sale adverts. And if you got the original cassette, you can have a look. The original US Gold Go / Tiertex release. You'll see on the back there's pictures of a fucking arcade machine, and yet it's Atari ST. It says it's the arcade, and it's actually the Atari ST. And I should have, if I was older, I should have been bloody sued for that, for false advertisement. So I was absolutely gutted and heartbroken. And this is it. And for a start off, first thing you can see which is wrong is how tiny these flags are. Now the arcade version are massive. Also that's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. England being level 4, but in this version it's level 3. And I got a bloody good reason why it's level 3, is because these fucking idiots who converted it, I believe, were given or got hold of a copy board. Now I've seen a couple of copy boards of the Street Fighter 1 back in the day, and China and England levels were reversed. You'll see a lot of all my Street Fighter 1 updates, uploads, I've actually reversed these back. So it goes Japan, America, China and England. Great Britain it's called in this, but the arcade it goes England. So that's level 3, level 4. So that's the first mistake they did. And the rest is history the moment I press this button. For a start, if you can hear that music, it's not too bad. It's a bit cheesy. I don't like that tambourine sound to it, which you hear in a lot of the old Amiga games. Graphically, backgrounds are okay, but they certainly tell you they've been redrawn. But this, Great Britain, number 3. It's the 4th bloody country. It's the 4th hardest level in this game. And you're greeted, when I first saw this level on the arcade and saw Birdie for the first time, I was absolutely shocked. He was massive. I mean, he looks big there, but he looks whack in this. Who the hell have drawn these fucking characters? I just don't understand. Look how slow. It's so abysmal, it's not even funny. There's a second delay at least in hitting the fire button, kick, fire button, 1, 2. There's a 2 second, literally a 2 second pause after you've pressed the fire button. And you can also just literally just stay on the floor and crouch and they never touch you. These really are dumb program characters. Now the backgrounds, they're not very good. Even the clouds, look at the clouds. The fucking clouds don't even move. At least the Atari ST versions move somewhat. But whoever drew these characters, and more importantly, whoever was in charge of the animation, sorry pal, you fucking suck. That's all there is to it. You're well out of your element. You don't shouldn't even be programming games. I don't even care if you're a school leaver. I don't care if you're 16 years old and you left school and you were told to program this. One of you, whether it's US Gold or Go, Tiertex, there's so many fucking names. US Gold published it. Tiertex obviously programmed it, and Go's part of the company, I guess, as well. I'm just absolutely fucking gobsmacked at this, and this is the Amiga 500 we're talking about here. And look how slow it is. You telling me this can be done better than that? One of you guys, I don't care who it is, in fact all of you have got all your hands are dirty in this. You've all... See, I'm just casually going in and out. Now the arcade Birdie would have kicked my fucking ass by now in a couple of seconds. Birdie is rock hard on the arcade version, especially if you don't know the special moves. But this is whack, and the special moves aren't even in this version either. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what they've looked at. But it's fucking whack. It really is. And I'm disgusted with them. They don't deserve to program games. I don't know. They should have been all fucking sued, because a lot of kids back then, you know, saved a lot of money. 20 quid was a lot of money for a kid. 15, 16, 17 years old back in late 80s. You know, it was a lot of money. And you shell out and you get this piece of shit greet you. It's just wrong. Absolutely fucking wrong. No wonder their names weren't in the leaflets. That was in the actual game packets to say who it is, who programmed it. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you their names, just in case for somehow they see it and somehow they win the case of getting it removed. So what I'm going to say is, if you want to know who they are, go to Hall of Light, go to Street Fighter 1 for a start off, and click on you'll see it will say Tiertex and it will give you the names of the programmers. And the fucking joke is they're still in business today. Can you believe that shit? They're still in business today doing mobile phone games. It beckers fucking belief. And I remember US Gold one particular year getting the so-called Golden Joystick Award for Best Software of the House. What a fucking joke! What a joke! I mean, I know Ocean coughed up 1 or 2 bad games, but a good 90% of their games were bloody class. They really were good games. Good conversions, Operation Wolf, Operation Thunderbolt, Chase HQ on the Spectrum and Amstrad. Some brilliant games on the Amiga as well, and the Atari ST. They were... See, look, Birdie's appeared on the other side of the screen there. What the hell's that happened? I mean, look, I'm standing there. Oh, he's coming over. What are you going to do? Oh, you're giving me a double axe handle, whatever that is. No, you're jumping back over there. Birdie, I'm telling you, would have wiped the... He would have broke my skull open with 2 headbutts in about 1 second if I just stood there like that. It's an absolute disgrace. And it's fucking shit. It's absolutely fucking shit. So of course I'm not going to play any more of this. I'm just going to muck about with Birdie here, let him kill me. I just don't... The collision detection is poor, but it's the delay. Look, press the fire button. Right, fire button now. You can hear it. Look how long that took before it did the move. There's no special moves, there's nothing. I was absolutely heartbroken this, and it well deserves the first shitty video on my new category, shit games. Let's play a shit game, shit game, shit game. That's all it is. It's a big fucking turd. All of you at Tiertex are exactly that. You didn't deserve to convert Capcom games like class games like this. You're a disgrace to the software houses back then. And it's absolutely fucking whack. I can't say anything else. Look at that, it's just crap. Absolutely fucking crap. And look at that. I mean, in the arcade you had a picture of their face only, not the whole bloody body like that. It's just absolutely crap. So, what am I going to give this out of 0 to 100 turds? Let me think now. 0 to 100 turds. Well, the higher the turd, obviously the higher the percentage, the shitter the game is. So the only thing I can think of is giving it one big wet 94 shits. 94 shits on the shitometer, and the reason that it didn't get 100 is because it came obviously on a 3.5 inch disc, which I found very useful to use for something else at the time. So that's the only good thing about it. It was an extra blank disc. Apart from that, it's a pile of absolute poo. It's crud. Congratulations you guys at Tiertex for making the very first video of this new category. You well deserved it. And personally boys, if you ever watch this video, you programmers, you can shove it, because you're absolutely crud at programming games. That's all I've got to say. So that's me out, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first video of Let's Play a Shitty Game. Until the next time, take care and happy gaming.